All right, I'm not going to find perimeter. So looking at the perimeter of a triangle. Okay, so again, here's my triangle. What is the perimeter? Perimeter is the distance around the whole shape. So that plus that plus that. All right, so when you're finding perimeter, you've got two methods that you could use. You could use Pythagorean theorem, or you could use the distance formula. So if you're using the distance formula, that's right out of your formula sheet. This is what it is. I'm going to quickly just copy this into the calculator so that I have it there, and I'm going to do both. Remember, you get to pick whichever one that you have, or that you want, or that you like. For me, I like, if there's a shape, I use Pythagorean theorem. If there is no shape and I'm given coordinates, I use distance formula. However, the choice is really yours. So I'm just copying the distance formula there. So just notice that it's the x's subtracted together, the y's subtracted together. Okay, the x's subtracted together, the y's subtracted together. So I'll use distance for, let's use distance for IG. Okay, so I could use Pythagorean theorem by drawing a right triangle, so going straight up and this way. To me, that's a lot faster, but I want to make sure that if you're choosing to do distance, I cover that. So IG is what I'm looking for. So I is -6, -2. So I'm just going to write my points over here, -6 and -2. And then my other point, IG, is -7, -8. And even if you're given points, you can, of course, put them into the calculator, and now I have Pythagorean theorem. I just might have to zoom in a little bit to kind of make it work. So this is going up by 2. So this big box is 2, half is 1. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay, which makes sense because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So just make sure you're reading the coordinates correctly. But again, I put this in here for distance formula. So the x's subtracted each other, keep the same order. All right, so x2 is -7, x1 is -6, and don't drop anything. So those are the x's subtracted with each other. And I'm going to do the y's, same order. So if I started on this one, I'm going to start on this one again. y2, which is -8, and then y1, which is -2. Okay, so sometimes when you're doing this work, they might do it in a different order. They might pick this as the second one and this as the first. It's okay, you get the same answer. Now here's the issue, right? So I have this in decimal form. Does it tell me to round? It does not. So if it doesn't tell me to round, I'm going to leave it in exact form, which means I need the radical form. And we've done this in a prior video, so I'm not going to spend so much time to do it. So I'm just going to grab everything underneath that, put it on a new line. All right, apparently I grabbed the square root sign, so I'm just going to delete that. So it's square root of 37. So for this distance, GI, square root of 37. So I'm going to say perimeter is equal to, now I'm going to put my work here because, you know, I have to see your works, right? So I'm going to put my work here, which was -7 minus -6 squared plus -8 minus -2 squared. All right, so square root of that, that's giving me GI. Okay, then I'm going to go here next, IH, which is 1, 2, 3, plus 3, plus, now I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem for the last one to come back to G. So Pythagorean theorem is a lot faster to me. I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be the square root of 6 squared plus, so now I'm down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 squared. Okay, so I know that, and let me draw the triangle so you can see what I did. So this is the 90, this is 6, and this is 4. So I did a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and then I square rooted both sides. All right, so now I know this whole part is square root of 37 plus 3 plus, now I just need to put this in there. So I need to put the square root of 6 squared plus 4 squared. Please be careful what you type. All right, which is that. It gives me a decimal. So because again, they didn't tell me to round, I'm going to copy that onto the next line so I can see what it is. So square root of 54, 52. And then now I just have to simplify, because sometimes you can combine it if you can get the radicals to be the same. So we're going to go ahead and simplify this. So breaking down 52 divided by 2 is 26. So 52 becomes 2 times 26. Break down 26, 2 times 13. and 13 is a prime number. So again, let me just show you in the calculator in case you do the calculator version. Boom. So it's 2, 2, and 13. All right, so I can see a book of 2, so I'm going to put that out. So now my perimeter is going to be, the square root of 37 plus 3, and a book of 2 out, so plus 2 radical, what's left? 13. Now looking at these numbers, is there anything under the radical that I can combine? No, because they're different. So this one's 13, this one is 37. So I can't combine anything here. So this is my perimeter in exact form. Now 37, in case you didn't know, it's also a prime number. You can double check it with the calculator if you like. It cannot break down. Okay, so now I'm going to do the perimeter of a parallelogram. Again, same kind of thing. This time I'm going to stick to Pythagorean theorem because it's a lot faster. I'm going to put my work here on the side real quick. So the perimeter is, let me start at W. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you notice, right, I have 2 of those because I have this is the same as this because it's a parallelogram. So I can just say 2 times 5 plus 2 times whatever one of these is, right? Since I already have the triangle drawn here, I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem here to find the distance from here to here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be the square root of 3 squared plus the 1, 2. So 2 squared. Okay, so we're going to get the perimeter is 2 times 5, which is 10. All right, plus 2 times, and this is 3 squared is 9, plus 2 squared is 4. That's square root of 13. And can 13 break down? It cannot. So that is my perimeter because I cannot combine 10 with a radical. So again, remember, for me to add and subtract, they must be the same number under the radical for me to add and subtract. And that's the perimeter. Let's practice. So you're doing the perimeter for example 1 and example 3. Let's practice.